LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network.
Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports News Update, and we're here to bring you another one here for the weekend of September the 17th and the 18th. Well, we're going to bring you scores from all across the Commonwealth. We had some great games for some Virginia teams, and we had some not so great games for Virginia teams, but we're going to bring you all the scores for all the top teams in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And of course, we're going to start off with that by heading to Charlottesville to take a look into the Virginia ODU matchup. This is the second time these teams have played each other. A couple years back, 2019, Virginia was able to find a way to beat this Old Dominion team who got out to a 17-0 start, but they were able to go on a 28-0 run to win that contest. And this game was a doozy within itself. Can't wait to take you up to Charlottesville for that. And then, of course, we'll head to the Motor City as the Washington Commanders will take on the Detroit Lions to let you know who pulled that bad boy off. But first off, let's head on to Charlottesville to see about UVA and ODU. Virginia had the early lead in this series, winning the first contest back in 2019, 28-17. Even though ODU got off to a 17-0 start, UVA went on a 28-0 run. This time around, UVA jumped off to a great start with a Mike Hollins 1-yard touchdown. And then a little bit later in the second quarter, Brendan Farrell would tack on a 26-yard field goal to make it a 10-0 game. ODU wouldn't be out just yet as Ali Jennings III would connect on a 29-yard touchdown pass from Hayden Wolf to make it a 10-7 game at the half. It was a tight contest all the way through. UVA was able to tack on another field goal in the fourth quarter by Brendan Farrell to make it a 13-7 game. And then Zach Kuntz with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Hayden Wolf gave ODU the lead with 1 minute left in the contest. And then Brennan Armstrong and the crew had to go on a drive to make things happen. But a pass interference call would give Virginia the position they would need to kick the game-winning field goal 16-14 in this contest. Keaton Thompson had a strong game for UVA, 9 catches for 118 yards with a long of 45. Hayden Wolf, 23 for 37, 235 yards passing, and 2 passing touchdowns. This week, UVA travels to Syracuse to take on the Orangemen, and ODU will host Arkansas State for their family reunion weekend. Now we'll hear from Coach Tony Elliott after the victory.
Coach, you said after the loss at Illinois, we're changing a mindset, we're changing a culture. And then today you talked about we got to learn how to win. So it was gritty. 3 turnovers, a lot of different things, ebbs and flows. But simply, is this team learning how to win?
Well, they found a way to win the game. And the thing that I can take away from on Wednesday practice, we do our 2-minute drill. And we had a similar situation, minute 25 on the clock, have to have a field goal to win, 1 timeout. And we actually won the 2-minute drill on offense this week and kicked the field goal with 9 seconds left. And so we work all of the situations to try and prepare these guys and to see them not bat an eye with 1:01 with 1 timeout, go down and find a way to win the game. So it tells you what's inside of them. But the key is up until that point, we got to play with that same mentality, that same swagger, that same confidence, and learn how to finish. You know, I mean, you're on the 2-yard line. Any running back, I don't care. I'm on the 2-yard line. I'm squeezing that ball, and I'm finding a way to get in the end zone. And, you know, we find a way to put it on the ground and then try to say it was the quarterback's fault. And, you know, those are things, if anything, you say, hey, my bad. I'll fix it, you know. And so those are the little things that we got to continue to work through. And those are the things that I'm talking about, you know, learning how to win and not being okay with that happening, you know, but working hard every single day. And then ball security. For those who come out to our practice, you know the first thing we do when we go to individual is a ball security circuit. We put them through all the different body positions and motions and try to teach them the proper body mechanics and the muscle memory and what you're supposed to do with the ball when you're going to the ground. You know, you squeeze your elbow in, punch your chin, but seeing them transition those things to game, and then just the discipline. You know, you look at some of the discipline issues. We're off the field and we got a hands to the face. You know, it's fourth down and we're off the field and we got our best guy, locked up in man coverage, and we got to pull the guy down, to avoid a touchdown. So just, those are the things that we got to learn how to win, to visualize and be prepared for those moments way before you ever get to those moments.
We head to Detroit, where Washington was looking to get their second victory of the season, but it got off to a tough start. A 22-0 lead at the half, as Detroit had Amon-Ra St. Brown score a touchdown, Josh Reynolds scored a touchdown, and they were up big early. Washington fought back on a Curtis Samuel touchdown, 15 yards from Carson Wentz. A Logan Thomas 20-yard touchdown pass also from Wentz got Washington back in the contest. It was 22-15. Then DeAndre Swift would score on a 22-yard pass from Jared Goff to make it a 29-15 game. Washington would not give up. An Antonio Gibson 1-yard run would make it a 29-21 game. But then Detroit would pretty much put this thing away with 7 minutes to go. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets an 11-yard touchdown pass from Jared Goff to make it a 36-21 game. Jahan Dotson would score his third touchdown of the season from Carson Wentz on a 1-yard pass. Final score 36-27. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 9 catches for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing attempts for 68 yards. What a game for St. Brown. Carson Wentz went 30 for 46 for 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Washington loses their first game of the season, but next week a big matchup as they take on Philadelphia at home, and that means Carson Wentz will take on his former team from FedEx. Now here are the scores from the rest of the Commonwealth. Virginia Tech defeated Walford 27-7. Richmond would beat Lehigh 30-6. Hampton with a 17-7 victory over Norfolk State. William and Mary would move to 3-0 as they defeat Lafayette 34-7. Virginia Union would win over Livingstone 42-6. Virginia State with a 42-7 victory over St. Augustine University. Cornell would defeat VMI 28-22, and Wake Forest in a crazy game with Liberty would defeat the Flames 37-36. All right, everybody, that is it for the LegacyMaker Sports News Update. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, and it was a great weekend of football in the Commonwealth, and we can't wait to come back next week to bring you some more updates in the Commonwealth, and of course, a Commanders update as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Once again, I'm your man, Darrell Owens. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.